This video gives you an in-depth look at the article page and its features. When you click on a search result, you will see the details for that item. In this case, I'm using an article. The page is divided into sections beginning at the top with the primary information about the article. On the left is a menu with links to the various sections on the page. Starting at the top, you can see the title of the article, the author, the journal from which it was published, the year, volume, issue, and the page numbers. In this case, this article was peer-reviewed. The next section, the Send To section, has to do with exporting information about the article to various places. I'm only going to cover the most common. The first item here is RefWorks. So as an SJSU student, you have access to RefWorks, which is a citation bibliography manager. So when you click on RefWorks, it's going to export information, citation information about this article to RefWorks. You will need your RefWorks user ID in order to be able to complete the export function. The next item, Citation, presents to you different formats. APA 6th edition is the one that's typically used by SJSU. And over here you can see that it has built the citation for us. You have the option of copying this, or you can click on the green copy the citation to the clipboard to use it later. This is a very important warning. Remember to check the citation for accuracy. Go back to your APA manual and make sure that this particular citation was formatted properly. The next option is email. So when you click on email, it's going to give you this pop-up box where you can put in your email address and a brief note. Just note that when it emails, it's only emailing a link to this article. It's not actually emailing you the full text of the article. Permalink allows you to create a permanent link for this particular article. You've probably all experienced link rot, so permalink is one of the ways to avoid that. Again, you can copy the text here, or you can copy it to the clipboard. Print actually will print this information about the article, but note that it's not going to print the article itself. It's just going to print basically what appears down here in this detailed section. The rest of these options pertain to exporting to other bibliography tools or research tools like EndNote. The next section is the online access section. This is where you're going to see if this full text is actually available and where it's available. Sometimes there will be multiple databases where the article resides. In this case, we just have one. And when you click on the actual database, Science Direct Journals, it's going to oftentimes prompt you to put in your credentials, because this is using a proprietary database or a licensed database. And once you do this, though, it will take you to the webpage where the article resides. I logged into SJSU, and you can see now that I'm on the page where this article resides, and I can scroll through and read information about it here, or I can actually download a PDF. The next section has to do with details about the article. This section includes a couple of key pieces of information that are very useful. The first of which is description. This is the abstract for the article. By reading this, you'll get a clue to what the article is about, and probably whether or not this article is going to be relevant to your research. This can be a huge time saver when it comes to trying to find articles for your topic. The next piece of information is the identifier. So this will oftentimes include the ISSN, ISBN, or the DOI number. The DOI, which is the Digital Object Identifier, is usually the preferred identifier when citing an article. So finding this piece of information in this section is extremely helpful when you're building your citations. The links section includes links to the source record. In this case, a link to the copyright statement is included because this article comes from the ERIC database. The citations section will provide information about the sources that were cited in this article, as well as other articles that have cited this particular article. So this can be very helpful when building a source list for your topic or research. So here's an example of additional articles that cited the particular article we were just viewing. To see the articles cited in this specific article, you would click on Cited in this. And here we have 25 results. These again might be articles that would be worth reviewing toward building that source list for your research or topic. So going back to the article, there's one last thing to point out, and that is something called related reading, which you'll see over here on the right. So in the process of building the search and finding particular articles or items that show up in the results list, OneSearch also finds some related articles. So these are suggestions that, again, could be helpful or relevant to your research. And as you can see, it's showing us like 5 of them, but if you click on more, you can see additional journals and articles. So for more information about OneSearch, refer to the quick reference guide.